Hey, what's up, guys? This is Dimlord Urza, and I cannot believe what I'm looking at. I'm still in disbelief, like I'm still processing what this means and how crazy this is. How long have we waited for Storm 4 content? It's unbelievable. I just cannot believe this is actually happening. So guys, I'm trying to do this like all formal and prepared, but I'm just gonna probably wing this. I've been working pretty much non-stop, so this is just like, this completely caught me off guard, caught me by surprise, but I was like, I have to do a video about this because this is just too crazy. So let's start with just the hard info, the information about this before we get into the details and what I think about this and implications that this has for the game. So the info here is that Storm 4 Road to Boruto is coming to the Nintendo Switch on April 23rd, 2020 in Japan. With this release, it will have all of the prior DLC, the Road to Boruto expansion, and all of the DLC released for the game up to this point. I believe it will also include this new DLC, which will also be available for the other games on the other platforms. Now, I don't see a release date for the US. I'm not sure if it's going to be releasing around the same time, but I would venture to guess that it will be releasing shortly after the Japanese version. So as far as this new DLC content, we are getting Kinshiki and Momoshiki as two brand new, fully playable characters. We will also be getting 11 Boruto era costumes. Of these, we are confirmed to have a new Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji costume from the Boruto series. This DLC will cost 700 yen, which I did a little Google Translate, and that translates to around $6 to $7. That's kind of a weird price point, and most likely will probably be fixed at around $10 is my guess. But so not too expensive. The Road to Boruto expansion, to be honest, I can't remember how much that was. I don't think it was much more than that. But so let's break this down as far as content. So we're getting 11 costumes and 2 new characters. Now, when you look at like Road to Boruto, we got a lot more fully playable characters than just 2. So, but look, I can't be disappointed because this is new content. So like, I'll take it either way. I will take 2 new characters when we haven't gotten anything for like over a year. So, the 11 new costumes, I mean, it's cool, but it's not like, it's not something I'm super excited about. I guess like out of them, Shino has one of the coolest ones, so I'm looking forward to like Shino's. I mean, it says 11, so my guess is that it's going to be the Konoha 11. I don't believe it's confirmed, but it's probably a fair guess. So look forward to that. Now, for speculating whether or not Kinshiki and Momoshiki are going to be like crazy characters, this is a hard thing to judge because with Road to Boruto, we got pretty much just one crazy character, and that was Mitsuki. And Mitsuki's a great character. He's awesome. He has a lot of utility in his moveset, but compared to the other Road to Boruto characters, the other ones were pretty bad, with the exception of maybe Road to Boruto Sasuke, Road to Boruto Naruto were alright. They're okay characters. But what I'm worried about is, you know, hopefully they don't make these characters disappointing. What I will say is CC2 is usually good about designing villains. I'm expecting these characters to be designed very well. When you look at characters like Pain and Madara, they have some very influential designs within the game. There are two major villains, Itachi as well. They usually do pretty good designing villains, so I'd be surprised if these characters were bad. I would expect them to be at the very least viable. I'm expecting them to be above average, at the very least. I'm going to say that right off the bat, like without seeing any gameplay, that Momoshiki is going to be high tier and Kinshiki is going to be mid tier. So anyways, that's my speculation for whatever that's worth. Now, let's talk about the implications, because this is where I think it gets really interesting. The thing here is, whenever CC2 has done major updates, they have tended to touch the game in other ways alongside the release of new content. So like with Road to Boruto, they came out with a huge patch that changed the entire game. So with that change came change to mechanics, change to characters, and it threw everyone for a loop, because it was like, holy fuck, the entire game is different. So here's the thing, I don't know if with this update, I doubt that they're going to change the game to that extent again. I don't think they're going to do that. But I don't want to rule out the possibility that they could potentially touch characters and mechanics. If they did do that, what I would hope is that they would reach out to competitive players and look for the content that's online as far as like what should be changed and what shouldn't, because there are some characters that definitely should be nerfed and some characters that should be buffed. Characters like Kaguya and Tayuya and Tamari are game-breaking characters. They should be adjusted so that they are not like game-breaking, There are characters that should be viable, should be buffed, that were viable pre-patch, characters like Kisame, who got nerfed after Road to Boruto dropped and lost their viability because of the way the game changed and because they were actually changed as characters as well. So I can only hope for the best, but that's basically my initial thoughts on this, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We might be putting out a video sometime after the tier list, like fully discussing what would be good to change if they were to touch characters, what would be good to nerf, what would be good to buff, and what would be good to possibly change as far as mechanics goes. So yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.